Hello, it's me, Howie, or Winter, whichever you want to call me. And I'm doing something that I've always wanted to do. And that was play Genshin Impact and play relaxing music while I read The Scum Manifesto by Valerie Solanas. Here we go.
Disappear!
Life in this society. Oh, just a little bit of back note on the author. As far as I know, she's a very radical feminist. So yeah, here we go. Life in this society, being at best an utter bore, with no aspect of society being at all relevant to women, there remains to civic-minded, responsible, thrill-seeking females only to overthrow the government, eliminate the money system, institute complete autonomation, and destroy the male sex. It is now technically possible to reproduce without the aid of males, or, for that matter, females, and to produce only females. We must begin immediately to do so. Retaining the male has not even the dubious purpose of reproduction. The male is a biological accident. The Y male gene is an incomplete X female gene. That is, has an incomplete set of chromosomes. In other words, the male is an incomplete female, a walking abortion, aborted at the gene stage. To be male is to be deficient, emotionally limited. Maleness is a deficiency disease, and males are emotional cripples. So, as you can see, this book is I'm just gonna do part 1 because this is a long read. This is part 1 of I don't know how many. Let's say 7 maybe. The male is completely egocentric, trapped inside himself, incapable of empathizing or identifying with others, of love, friendship, affection, or tenderness. He is a completely isolated unit, incapable of rapport with anyone. His responses are entirely visceral, not cerebral. His intelligence is a mere tool in the service of his drives and needs. He is incapable of mental passion, mental interaction. He cannot relate to anything other than his own physical sensations. He is a half-dead, unresponsive lump, incapable of giving or receiving pleasure or happiness. Consequently, he is at best an utter bore, an inoffensive blob, since only those capable of absorption in others can be charming. He is trapped in a twilight zone, halfway between humans and apes, and is far worse off than apes, because, unlike the apes, he is capable of a large array of negative feelings: hate, jealousy, contempt, disgust, guilt, shame, doubt, and moreover, he is aware of what he is and isn't. Although completely physical, the male is unfit even for stud service. Even assuming mechanical proficiency, which few men have, he is, first of all, incapable of zestfully, lustfully tearing off a piece, but is instead eaten up with guilt, shame, fear, and insecurity, feelings rooted in male nature, which the most enlightened training can only minimize. Second, the physical feeling he attains is next to nothing. And third, he is not empathizing with his partner, but is obsessed with how he's doing, turning in a performance, doing a good plumbing job. To call a man an animal is to flatter him. He's a machine, a walking dildo. It's often said that men use women. Use them for what? Surely not pleasure. Eaten up with guilt, shame, fears, and insecurities, and obtaining, if he's lucky, a barely perceptible physical feeling. The male is, nonetheless, obsessed with screwing. He'll swim a river of snot, wade nostril deep through a mile of vomit, if he thinks there will be a friendly pussy awaiting him. He'll screw a woman he despises, any snaggletooth hag, and furthermore, pay for the opportunity. Why? Relieving physical tension isn't the answer, as masturbation suffices for that. It's not ego satisfaction. That doesn't explain screwing corpses and babies. Completely egocentric, unable to relate, empathize, or identify, and filled with a vast, pervasive, diffuse sexuality. The male is a psychically passive. The male is psychically passive. He hates his passivity, so he projects it onto women. Defines the male. He hates his passivity, so he projects it onto women. Defines the male as active. Then sets. He sets his passivity. He hates his passivity. I'm so sorry. He hates his passivity, so he projects it onto women. Defines the male as active, then sets out to prove that proves he's a man. His main means of attempting to prove is screwing. Big man with a big dick tearing off a big piece. Since he's attempting to prove an error, he must prove it again and again. Screwing, then, is a desperate, compulsive attempt to prove he's not passive, not a woman. But he is passive and does want to be a woman. And this concludes episode 1. Hopefully episode 2 will bring some good stuff. Wait, no, I might continue since it's only 6 minutes. I'll stop it right here. So I know I post randomly, but this is gonna be an ongoing series where I read random stuff, and yeah, this is one of the things I wanted to read. The second one is stuff from yokai.com, where it's Japanese names where I'm gonna butcher the heck out of them, and yeah, it's gonna be terrible for some of my friends, especially the Japanese speaking ones. Snip.